the church, here on FBCNN, the network of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. No fake news here, just the good news of Jesus Christ all the time. Amen? Amen. Amen. We have had such an excellent time with Daniel, and you've been hearing a lot about Daniel's friends. So, by exclusive engagement, we were able to get one of Daniel's friends to come be with us today. I hope you'll give a warm welcome to Hananiah. Welcome, Hananiah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. And good morning to all of you. If I can just introduce myself again, I am Hananiah. I was also known as Shadrach. But to confess to you, I really like my name, Hananiah, because it is based on God's name. I don't really like Shadrach because it's the name of the first god of Babylon.
All right, then we will all call him Hananiah. Amen?
Yes, please do.
Amen, Hananiah. It's great. Now, let's get right to it. You have a fantastic story of God's power and God's deliverance. But you know what? Before we get to that, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into that situation?
Oh, you know, I was one of those who were deported to Babylon. Daniel was one of us. It was during the period of Joachim, the king. And that was a very difficult time. I have to confess, we went through a tough time. I understand that Daniel told you some of the stories in Babylon, particularly the Babylonian school. We graduated from that school. And when we graduated, we were appointed to different positions in the Babylonian system. Okay. Well, you know, all things considered, we had pretty good positions. We had influence in higher places, especially on the exiles from Judea. And Michelle and
That's all right. What's your other thing?
Miss Adele, as I arrived, and myself had that opportunity to influence some of the places, some of the people. We were assigned to the province in Babylon. But Daniel was a member of the royal court, and God so he had to travel some. And it was while he was away on one of his missions that the incident of the furnace took place.
Okay, so Daniel was traveling, and you guys were left in Babylon. So what happened?
When Daniel was gone, King Nebuchadnezzar decided to make a golden statue of himself, and he commanded everybody was to bow down and worship the statue. That's the way of acknowledging himself as a god. And it is a way to test the loyalty and the honor of his officials, including us. So, those who don't bow down were obviously in some form of rebellion against the king. At least that's the way he saw it. So he set up this festival day. It was a huge festival with a huge band playing. Many people were there. And at the height of the festival was the unveiling of the golden statue of the king. Nebuchadnezzar's orders were clear and very simple. He said that whenever the band started to play and the statue was unveiled, everybody was supposed to bow down and worship it. If they didn't, guess what was going to happen? They would be thrown into the fiery furnace and they would die.
Wow. Sounds like you didn't have much of a choice in that situation.
Oh, guess what? You always have a choice. We may not like our choices, But you will always have a choice to make. My friends and I decided, you know what, we are not going to bow down to the statue. So, because that will be contradictory to the law, the second law that Moses gave us, that we should not bow down and worship idols. So we tried not to be inconspicuous, but we could not do that. Because when you are the only ones standing in the crowd, it is not hard to be noticed.
That's true. So you think he would have been found out otherwise?
Well, I don't think the king himself would have noticed us, if not because of those troublemakers who reported us. They reported us that we didn't bow down. And the only reason they too bowed down was because they wanted to avoid the fire, not necessarily because they liked the king.
Well, that's interesting. So, have any idea as to what their real motive was?
I think it was prejudice.
That's always something.
Yeah, prejudice. You know, prejudice is always a dangerous and insidious evil, type of evil.
Yes.
Nobody wants to do that except you are one of those troublemakers. You know, in Babylon, no one liked the Jews. Oh, nobody liked the Jews anyway, because at least we were infiltrating into the system, into their system of government. And some of them were very vindictive. Those officials, some of them were very vindictive, and they were continually looking for ways to discredit or to dishonor us, so that we would be removed from the government service. And when you are in that kind of a situation, I think it is more important for you to walk close to God.
You know, prejudice and racism and discrimination have been a problem since day one of creation, I think. We still haven't learned our lesson, even here in this country.
Yes.
You know, as Christians, we try to do the best in the power of the Spirit. What motivated you to walk with God as close as possible as you could?
Well, there were some reasons. For one reason, God offered great comfort. He offers a great comfort for those who suffer because they were following Him. And for another reason, people were looking for any excuse to dishonor us. Because we were walking closer to God, they were finding ways to draw us away from God. And you know, that is the moment you really need to draw close to God, so that He will help you overcome all of those things. We must always maintain good and godly example for those who are looking at us. You never know those who are observing our actions.
Well, that's true. Somebody is always watching us. Isn't that true? We do need to maintain a good and godly example. That's a good lesson. So they reported you to the king.
Yes, they did.
What happened next?
Well, we were dragged before the king. We had to go before the king. We could tell he was not very pleased. Oh, he said, is this true that you don't worship my gods or my image? Now, bow down at the sound of the music and everything will be all right. But if you don't, then I will have you thrown into the fiery furnace. Then what God will be able to deliver you from my hand? Don't you love it when people just set you up with those nice questions? It's like getting a cue card from heaven. Don't you think so?
Yes, a cue card indeed. Next thing to say, right? So, how did you respond?
We responded by telling the king, "O king, we have no need to defend ourselves before you."
Or roughly translated, we could care less about your gods and your image and your fiery furnace.
And we told him, if we were thrown into the furnace, our God is able to deliver us.
And translated, that answers your question, Kingy Babe.
And even if God chooses not to deliver deliver us, we will not bow down to your gods or worship your image.
Yeah, so put that in your furnace and smoke it. I'll have to presume that he did not like your answer.
Oh, needless to say, that didn't make him happier. He really got hard. Oh. He had the furnace stoked 7 times and tied us tightly. Then the furnace was so hot that the soldiers who threw us in were killed by the flames.
Wow.
Now, I must admit, I don't remember everything. Because, let me just say, I can't remember clearly. It was almost like a dream. Though we fell in, I don't remember getting to the bottom. The ropes came up. We were soon let to go, and even when we were in the forest, everything was comfortable. We didn't feel anything. It was just like being in another dimension or something.
Wow. Okay.
You know, in the forest, we noticed another person. He came to us and he introduced himself as the angel of the Lord. He said he has come to deliver us from death, from that furnace. So he told us that he was pleased with our loyalty, and he was pleased that we were loyal to the point of death.
That is amazing. Amen. God delivered you personally, and truly personally. He came personally to deliver you.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that is so awesome. Tell us the rest.
Then, I heard King Nebuchadnezzar. I heard his voice telling us, "Come out! Come out! Come out!" And so we did. When we got out, we were inspected thoroughly. They looked at us from bottom to top. The fire had not even singed a single hair on our bodies.
Wow.
Oh boy, the king changed his tune. He realized that we don't serve an ordinary God, but we serve the true living God. So he issued a decree to have people stop slandering our God, which helped the prejudice and persecution somewhat to stop.
That's good.
And we were promoted. After we were promoted to higher positions. In fact, those troublemakers who gave us such trouble, we were promoted above them.
God works for good in all things.
And you know what?
What's that?
When Daniel came back, he was so happy. He was very pleased with us because we told him everything that happened. He was even amazed about the story because we were faithful, we were loyal to the point of death.
Oh, wow. You know, I have to imagine that that kind of an experience would have a huge impact on your life. What can you share for the audience that might help them?
Well, you know, I don't think I will forget that experience in the forest, even though it seemed like a dream. One thing I learned is that I have to be strong, even to the point of death, because I have the strength of God in me, and that is all I need.
Amen.
I need God in times of trouble, even if God had not delivered me. I want to tell you that the forest felt good because I stood my ground and I had not compromised my convictions. I could not do anything else, but I know I could do the same thing again and again and again, even more sure of myself that God, whom I serve, is with me always.
That's great.
One other thing I want to tell you.
Okay.
I learned that God is with us in the fiery furnace, and He is always with us. He does not abandon us. He does not leave us. He does not forsake us, especially when we stick to Him.
That's right.
When we do His will, He is always with us. I had other trials and tribulations, but God was with me all through. He didn't abandon me in the furnace, so why was He going to abandon me in my other trials and tribulations?
Amen.
Maybe you are going through your own trials and tribulations. Maybe you have, right now, you have a furnace. God is with you. He was with me in the furnace. He is with you. He may not deliver you, but He is with you. I hope He does. I hope He delivers you. But if He does not, I want you to stick to Him anyway. Because wherever you go, whatever you do, sooner or later you will realize that the Lord is going to vindicate you. He is going to grant you victory. Because He granted me, He is going to grant you too.
Those are great lessons. Any other lessons you have for us?
Well, you might be interested in knowing that there is a huge fiery furnace set aside for those who don't follow God.
I understand somebody talked about that last week.
I have seen it, I have experienced the furnace, and I don't want anyone to go there. Even Nebuchadnezzar and those troublemakers, I don't want them to go there. It's not a good place to be. You know, the only thing you can do to avoid it is to accept Jesus Christ into your life, accept Him as your Lord and your Savior, let Him be the master of your life, confess your sin and turn your life to Him, turn away from sin and follow Him diligently every day. He will deliver you.
Great lessons. Hananiah, it's been such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Just have a few ways to go at the end. Whatever furnace you are facing, can you look at it like Hananiah and his friends and say, our God is able to deliver us.
Amen.
But even if He doesn't, I'm not going to give up on Jesus.
Amen.
I'm not going to bow down. And as I think about that, sooner or later, your deliverance is into heaven.
Amen.
Right? Can we look at that earthly fire and say, this is the last one, I'm going to a place where I will have trouble no more? Can we have that kind of courage of faith? As we come to our time of invitation, if you have a furnace experience you're looking at, we'll be glad to pray with you. We're going to pray for God's deliverance here first. But we're also going to pray that you'll have the strength to stand for God no matter what comes. Maybe you're looking for a church home. We'd be glad to have you serve and be with us. Maybe you need to put your faith in Jesus and avoid that eternal furnace. Today's a good day to put your faith in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Do we have someone to lead our closing hymn? All right, great. So as we sing our closing hymn, if you have a decision to make, come forward as we are singing.